Dave, well, first, just with Yoshinobu, what were you seeing from him today? He said he just kind of felt like it was hard for him to get in sync and just the stuff wasn't really there for him.
Yeah, I thought he just like he had mentioned. I don't think that he had his best stuff tonight. I don't think that he had his best command, and it seemed like from the outset. Obviously, they came out really aggressive, swinging the bats early, but he just couldn't. And when he did get count leverage, left pitches elevated, but again, just didn't have his best stuff tonight.
With how you all, obviously, how the game started, it seemed like there was opportunities against Soriano, but he just seemed to have his stuff tonight. But later in the game, whether it was the home run from Shohei, Max Muncy, guys getting on base, it felt like there was something kind of starting to brew. How frustrating is it, though, just to kind of fall short, especially when you're coming off of a game like yesterday?
Well, yeah, I thought yesterday we had some good things happen, as far as team offense, and tonight we just didn't have any answers for Soriano. Obviously, it's a guy that puts the ball on the ground. I don't think we got a guy to second base until he was out of the game, so we really didn't threaten. And built an inning against Garcia. Obviously, they got it with the double play, and so then they bring in a lower leverage guy, and then it was good to see us put an inning together, Muncy's homer, Shohei's homer, and to get Kenley in the game. So that's a positive. But yeah, obviously a loss is a loss. But we got a young pitcher tomorrow in Maderos. I just found out, so he'll probably go shorter, and it'll be essentially a bullpen day. And we got to put some at bats together and try to win a ball game.
How deflating have the last 48 hours been, especially with how well you guys played at the start of that Toronto series? You're trying to find some traction here.
Yeah, that's the thing is that we're all looking for some traction here and try to stack some wins. And hate to say that yesterday's loss carried over to tonight. You got to give credit to Soriano the way through the baseball, and those guys caught a lead and didn't look back. But yeah, I mean, you win yesterday and you feel even better about coming into today, but now you're looking at losing 2 games in a row. So it's baseball, and we're good at resetting, coming back. But it was good to see Mookie. It was good to see Teo, and Muntz has been swinging a hot bat. So there's some good things, and I thought Will looked better today. So there were some good things, but yeah, obviously, team-wise, it just wasn't enough.
Has it felt like it's been difficult to sort of get on one of your typical runs, especially the last couple months?
It has been. Outside of tonight, I think the last 7 to 10 days we've been getting really good starting pitching, and then to not build off that with the offense to kind of, like I said, stack wins. But tonight, Yoshi just wasn't sharp, and obviously our offense couldn't overcome the start tonight.
Well, Freddie, was that just because of the score?
Yeah, I've been riding him a lot. So to think that he's going to be in there essentially every game, I've got to find opportunities to get him off his feet. And with what I saw for 7 innings, it just felt like a good time to get him off his feet and get ready to go for those next 2.
Yeah, Mateo is just like a complete mental day off.
Well, Teo was going to hit. He was going to potentially come in a big spot if the game was going to be in the balance. So Teo was brewing, but then after the double play, then he was down, and he would have hit in the 9th inning if he was going to be a tying run.
You had recently talked about how just with Dalton Rushing, you weren't really comfortable putting him in left field. Was putting Mookie out to right just kind of part of that conversation?
Well, that was on Mookie. I just felt right there, getting within 3. I felt Rojas had a better chance to get on base than Dean did, and so with that, you had to give up some defense, and Mookie volunteered to kick out to right field, which was just being a good teammate.
Does it feel like it's kind of getting to the point of the year where you guys need to get going on like one of your runs again? Or are you guys kind of feeling that urgency, especially with how long this rut has kind of gone on now, going back to the start of July?
Yeah, I do. There definitely has to be some urgency, and obviously I don't think anyone's blind to the fact that the standings are the standings, and so it's gotten a lot more interesting. So we got to go out there and play good baseball. But I definitely feel that our guys are starting to feel that urgency, and it's been long enough of middling baseball as far as overall team wins and losses.
Do you almost, need the urgency of the divisional lead being down to one game to, I don't know, almost wake you up and kind of get things going in the right direction?
Whether you like it or not, it is what it is, right? I wouldn't say wake up. I mean, it's not from lack of care or work. It's just not getting the job done in whatever fashion, whether it's, starting pitching, whether it's situational hitting, whether it's base running or anything. It's just baseball. And I think that it's, ultimately, everyone's trying, everyone wants to, but it's about, getting it done. And we all have to get the job done.